What's up, everybody? Welcome. How are we doing? It's the last AI dungeon of the year. It's last stream of the year. Tonight you are going to hear the last jokes made on this channel this year. The final laughs of 2020. We're saying goodbye to a good but bad year. Great but sad a lot. It's been a weird one. We all agree. We all concur. I'm sure y'all can agree. It's been a mixed year. For me, it's definitely been very, very mixed. All right. So, our next story, as one of the user suggestions, we are doing an Ace Attorney courtroom type story. We're not literally Phoenix Wright, but we're doing the same kind of thing. Crazy courtroom. You know what it is. The day is May 5th, 2025. The location, James Alder Courthouse. You are a brand new defense lawyer come to defend your first client in his court case. You haven't been debriefed much. You were told the judge would give you all the details you need once you enter the courtroom. Suddenly, you are pulled aside by the courthouse secretary. They tell you something shocking. This day forward, all cases require a team of 4 lawyers on both the defense and the prosecution. Cooperative Law, they call it. You are surprised by this, but you enter the courtroom where your team awaits you, as well as your client, Summy Dishwag. You know him by his floppy haircut and his red jumpsuit. You sit down, preparing yourself for battle. Will you and your team emerge victorious today, or perish in defeat? Another notch in the LFE's belt of conquered foes. It's time to decide your fate. Summy Dishwag sounds like an Ace Attorney character. Good, that's what I was going for. I mean, it's bullshit. They would never put a character named Summy Dishwag in Ace Attorney, but your first defendant's name is Larry Butts. So like, I think it's in line.
Amos Cookie walks over to Dark Dickerly and asks what their client is being charged for. Theft, he says. Really, you ask? Is there something wrong with that, Dark asks. No, I guess there isn't. You should have just kept your mouth shut. You lose 1 point.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Jonathan dashes outside, dropping most of his pappers. He runs over his teammates. Guys, the case is about to begin. We gotta get going. Coordinator Andrew is now calling court case 4896 throughout the Kingdom of Heaven versus Summy... The Kingdom of Heaven versus Summy Dishwater? Come on, let's go meet this idiot.
Did he steal the blood of Christ?
Yeah, follow your teammates up a set of stairs.
Sued by heaven, or...
That's awesome.
What's going on?
Robbing Noah's Ark?
Steal? The lawyer is already there, waiting for his other 3 teammates to arrive. When they do, he greets them and provides each with a handful of iceberg lettuce.
Great. I hope the points thing is like, way to eat your veggies. Get some points.
You brought lettuce to a courtroom, you ask as Dark arrives. Preparation is essential, lady, he says. Now let's go meet our client. Dark leads you into the glass chamber where your client awaits.
This is the craziest. This is great.
Dude.
AI Dungeon has no idea how a courtroom is supposed to work.
Heaven jail is crazy, or afterlife jail, I guess.
They keep the defendant in like a, sometimes in like certain cases they keep like an extremely dangerous defendant who's like a criminal in like a cage. They're caging him like Magneto. It's like glass.
I love that we have a -1 score already. But what I imagine this is, because we had to go upstairs, I imagine this is a glass box above the courtroom that everyone can see. Yeah. Like, we're right in the center, up in the ceiling.
Chilling up there. I love my character's response to why they brought lettuce is preparation is essential. Like, that's the kind of shit where I think, like, damn, AI Dungeon is better at writing comedy than me.
Team heads to the glass chamber to briefly discuss with Summy before the trial begins. Why, hello there, Summy says. His voice sounds like... Why did it pick that? Oh, I guess I gotta redo it.
No, keep that! What are you talking about?
Hello there, Summy
that's
said.
what you mean.
His voice sounds like Peter Griffin's, and he even looks a bit like him. Fuck. Thanks for... I can't do a Peter Griffin.
Just keep trying, Val. Do your best Peter Griffin.
Come to my aid, guys. The kingdom called me in for tax evasion. Can you believe it?
Oh, okay. Amos Cookie says, I thought you were on trial for theft. That's different. Same thing, Summy says. It's all fees for the kingdom to steal from me. Just then, Judge Fudge enters the room. He looks dazed and confused. He doesn't even notice you as he walks in.
Oh my god.
I'm sure that
Jonathan performs the
goes
customary
real
action of
well.
breaking the glass room, shattering the platform, and dropping the defense team and Summy into the courtroom. Unfortunately, this doesn't wake him up. Judge Fudge hasn't yet changed into his judge garb, still sporting his panda onesie. Oh, the trial begins now. I think you were supposed to put on a robe first, the Dark says. Dude just
Dark,
woke
you're
up.
gonna get us in trouble.
No, that's the judge isn't gonna get in trouble. The judge is the utmost authority of the court. He's just like, he doesn't
Yeah, I
give
know,
a
but
shit.
Dark is like he's sassing. Dark is
guess.
sassing to the judge. The lawyer opens up his briefcase and pulls out a piece of paper. Your Honor, as you can see on this sheet of paper, it says, the trial begins now. This means you. Oh yes, so it does, Judge Fudge says. Let's begin.
Hold on, since that's the end of the turn order, I want to do something. Like, that's not really my turn. I just want to, like, progress
Yeah,
the story.
go for it.
Also, I guess we're in heaven or something. The
Judge Fudge slams his gavel. Order in the court. Today we are here to evaluate case 4891. The Kingdom of Heaven v. Summy Dishwag. It is then that the prosecution team appears. They emerge from an elevator behind their desk, bright lights engulfing them. The four of them sit down and immediately start singing We Are the World. They sing for about a minute before settling down.
All right.
Is that the national anthem for heaven?
Hold on, I want to.
It's not a basketball game.
I want to get their names. You recognize them immediately. They are the star prosecution team. Oh, that's amazing! The Craftsman, Mother Nature, Father Time, and the Trickster. You are also immediately at a disadvantage since you walked in late. Judge Fudge calls for the first opening statements. Mother Nature stands up.
Oh yeah.
All right, I say press enter. What do they have to say?
Why is their team so stacked? What the fuck?
We're here to declare war, she says. The Craftsman, Father Time, and the Trickster are not in agreement. On this man! Mother Nature points her bony finger at your client. You immediately jump up, calling objection. I object! All right, I think we can go back to our turn order now.
You can't just say we're gonna point at this person and the court says we're gonna fuck them up.
I am so excited to see what this story has in store for us. I feel like this has the potential to be one of the best AI dungeon stories you've ever done. Like, this has such a clear fiction cut out for itself already. I'm hyped.
Dark Dickery says, I mean, we object, Your Honor. This is a gross overreach and shows that the prosecution has no intended want for any real justice to be served here. Overruled, Judge Fudge says. You can sit back down now and stop pestering me. You sit back down, shocked and upset at the turn of events. Oh man.
I pressed enter.
Back on multiple levels.
Jonathan gets up in front of his team. The camera comes down and points it at Jonathan. Don't worry, guys. I learned about this at law school. Jonathan lists off his favorite foods at the camera and waits for the number to reach the presenter. He waddles over to his briefcase and opens it up. He pulls out some briefs and a donut. Some briefs? Like some boxers? Hurry up, Judge Fudge says. Time is of the essence here. Jonathan grabs a handful of briefs and begins to stuff them into his mouth. These are delicious. Try one. I'm more of a cookie man myself.
Briefs as in like legal briefs, not underpants. But you are just eating paper.
Edible briefs. Fuck this phone.
The lawyer clears his throat. Yes, well, I believe that our client. I missed an important.
Keep it, bitch.
I believe that our client is guilty. He was framed. He produces an image of a scary-looking demon. Your Honor, do I have permission to show you this picture of a scary-looking demon? No.
No. You already did it.
Can I call my first witness? Judge Fudge, could you please tell the court what you were doing 30 years ago? Sure, Judge Fudge says. I'm calling the judge as a witness, as the first witness.
30 years ago. I pressed enter.
Thank you, the lawyer says. Could you tell the court in your own words? No legalese, just simple.
Just simple.
Could you tell the court? Remember there's no such thing as a stupid question. Fine, I was getting, he thinks really hard before looking up at the courtroom cameras. He winks. Getting laid. Ha
Awesome. Let's leave that there.
Everyone shares a high five.
Well,
Our client is doomed.
We're gonna save him. We got this. Jonathan looks down at his papers that he only just got. We called to the stand Mr. Sweet Lollipop. Mr. Sweet, what is your relationship with our client, Summy? Objection! He can't be trusted, the lawyer says. He is holding a lollipop in his hand. Overruled, Judge Fudge says. I sell candy to children, Sweet Lollipop says. That's great, man. That's not...
why is my character objecting to our own witness?
Okay, but what does it have to do with Summy? It's holding a lollipop in his hand. That proves he hasn't been kidnapped. He's just running a business, Sweet says. Mr. Samuel nods and mumbles to himself as he marks down something on his papers. I have no more questions for this honorable gentleman. He sounds like he's being moved to tears. Like...
This is an old man with a lollipop.
Mr. Sweet Lollipop walks off the stand, leaving a trail of candy in his wake. Those in attendance rush to pick up the free candy. Damn it, I wanted to do more with that. Who's next? Judge Fudge calls out. We are! The Heart Hunter duo says, grabbing everyone's attention. They both take their place in the witness chairs picked out for them in the center of the courtroom.
Oh,
They're
that's
just
new.
smack dab in the middle.
Amos Cookie looks at the Heart Hunter duo in the witness bestiary, seeking strengths and weaknesses as well as drop tables.
Oh, here we go.
Amos reviews the information on the Heart Hunter. They are well respected by those in the know for their ability to track and find anyone anywhere, just like Daniel saw Sheriff Pope do last night.
I don't know what that means, but we can
I
keep
don't know what
that.
that means.
Yeah, let's just keep that. Fuck it.
The trickster steps forward. Hoo-hoo-hoo! Your Honor, he begins to mumble. No one in the room can hear the trickster's foul words. Witness dust! Hee-haw! He throws a bag of sparkly dust at Judge Fudge, and the old man's eyes begin to sparkle. Now, Your Honor, the defense would like to submit these two into evidence. What is this now? Objection, the lawyer says. This is absurd. Sustained. Okay, so the trickster just tried to play a defense's move? Like, he
I
tried
don't
to
know
just...
what.
He is. They call him the trickster. So
Done, Judge Fudge says. Desperate words convinced me. Foolish, the defense attorney grumbles. We shoot people in the heart and take their place, Hunter G proclaims, popping out of his seat with a gun made of light.
Who are these dudes?
Okay. Oh, God. Trog, it's your turn.
The lawyer stands up. Your Honor, I demand we have these witnesses removed from the court. It is forbidden to have weaponry here. The judge nods. Take them away. The sheriff and his deputies march out to the two hunters and begin to lead them out of the courtroom. Before the trickster can leave, Sheriff Buckley wheels around and grabs him by the neck. All right, we've defeated the prosecution's first witness.
We got one of our witnesses wheeled out. Now we got one of their witnesses pushed out. So it's even
we're
now.
Tied.
We've evened the playing field. We still have -1 points though. The game, we haven't done any RPG like action, so I think the scoring system is just fucking done with us.
Yeah,
like it just doesn't know how to score a law, like a court of law.
Dark
okay.
Dickerly says, Your Honor, the defense would like to call Mr. Dishwasher to the stand. Mr. Dishwasher takes the stand, rising from his seat among the pews. The lawyer looks to the judge as if for approval. He nods. Boundaries are out the window. Go ahead and ask away.
The judge just saying, like, there's no rules anymore.
What's your name? I'm gonna press
This is
enter.
the lightning round. This is the bonus no rules round. The lawyer pulls out a scary picture of a demon and walks up to the stand and begins interrogating. Mr. Dishwasher, do you recognize this demon? He asks. He looks at it, he's drooling slightly. I can't read. Damn it, the lawyer sighs as the room erupts into laughter. The judge bows the picture.
Oh, that's great. That's amazing.
Oh no.
Okay, Mel.
It's a picture.
Trolled!
After some silence, Bailiff Buckley comes out from behind the judge and whispers in his ear. The judge nods and addresses the courtroom. In this world, apparently, the inability to recognize words is a recognized disability. The witness will answer questions through an interpreter. Mr. Short, oh my god, more characters. Would you assist us once again? I'd be happy to, Chortle says, baring his teeth.
I'd be happy
like
to.
a fucking chimpanzee.
Oh my god, please, yes, make Mr. Chortle an ape.
What the fuck is going on? Why does he need an interpreter though? Like he was talking to us just fine. What are they gonna
read.
interpret?
Someone needs to read for him.
Amos Cookie says, before we proceed, I would like to challenge the prosecution to locate the defendant before sundown. Amos turns to you. We're going to make this trial more interesting. They need to find you before the sun sets or we win by default. Do you accept? You nod vigorously, a smile forming on your face. I guess this is from Summy's perspective.
Yeah.
Jonathan looks over to the prosecutor's benches. Wait a second. He winces, and noticing the craftsman doing something under the desk, clearly trying to go unnoticed, Jonathan bursts towards him, revealing that he's built a little machine. I'll agree to your terms, he says, holding up a dirty burlap sack. Inside the bag, there are at least 3 pounds of explosives, a cuckoo clock, and a gross old slinky. The craftsman's up to something.
That 3 pounds of explosives, a cuckoo clock, and a slinky equivalates to a machine?
I guess. Okay, so we've invoked some kind of crazy term with the hide and seek match, and the craftsman has built his machine.
Which is a bomb.
It is just a bomb.
Soon the entire courtroom is shouting over the ticking. Each one tried to explain to be allowed to call in a munition expert as their witness. You notice Judge Fudge frowning from his seat. He slowly gets up and points towards the defense. I hate you dummies. He yells before falling over. He's dragged away by bailiff and doctors still yelling the entire time. A new judge, Judge Tubbs, strides in. The prosecution may call their expert, she says, annoyed at the interrupting the previous judge caused.
Alright, so the last judge was no good. Even the game has decided that.
Yeah, I mean, he did a shit job. Welcome, Judge Tubbs.
Judge Tubbs.
Great fucking names, Judge Fudge and Judge Tubbs.
Dark Dickerly says, Judge Tubbs, what were you doing 30
He's
years
getting
ago?
laid.
This is
I
Dark
was being
Dickerly.
born. Oh, wow, they're young.
Oh,
He's a young
yeah.
man.
How about 30
very-
years ago?
A very young judge.
All right, press enter. Yep.
I was getting old, alright? Thank you. That will be all. As Judge Tubbs sits down, Mr. Turtle begins to scream bloody, unintelligible death. 5? Question mark? I was asleep. How about that's enough, Mr. Turtle. You may call your witness. What? Mr. Turtle pulls out cardboard tube and a sign that says "Cur Sofa."
I thought he was just an interpreter. Why is he calling a witness?
He's allowed to. That's what he gets. Like, that's his payment.
Anybody can call a witness in this courtroom.
And he calls it a cardboard tube.
Is the cardboard tube and the sign, is that his witness? Judge Tubbs doesn't seem like they take any shit.
The television set is rolled in and placed on the witness stand. It has a piece of masking tape on its side that reads CR Sofa 5th grade on it. Would the TV repairman identify the person on this television? Mr. Turtle says. I would. That's the defendant. We have no more questions. The prosecution may begin cross-examination. The crowd stands up. Mr. TV repairman, how do you know that's the defendant? I forgot.
Fuck, I gotta stop drinking water during this.
I can't hear anything you're saying. You'll have to talk really loudly. The craftsman gets closer and raises his voice. How do you know that's the defendant? I don't. Thank you.
What a fucking exchange.
Jonathan is baffled by these proceedings, but he has more cards up his sleeve yet. Jonathan reaches into his desk and pulls out a Ziploc baggie with a diaper in it. Your Honor, I present evidence 2B. This diaper was, until Thursday, worn by the defendant. Miss Barmite, could you please tell the court of the events leading to this acquisition? Mr. Chortle and I were doing a routine sweep of bathrooms. We came across the defendant, I thought this was gonna be like Baby Sparkle's diaper or something. I didn't even. He was changing his soiled diaper.
Hey, the AI one.
So he had a dirty. So he had a dirty diaper. Yes, it was soiled, but it wasn't dirty. You can ask Dr. Strangelove, who.
This sucks. I hate this story now.
This was all happening during the time of the alleged tax evasion. Yes. Yes, that's correct, Mr. Godley. The craftsman is speechless. He knew there was a chance of dirt being uncovered in the toilet, but he expected something illegal, not excrement. He collapses into his chair.
I don't know how we defeated him, but I guess we did.
Appreciate
The
it.
lawyer addresses the judge. Your Honor, there's this picture of a demon I want to show you. Can I show you? Have you seen this? He begins waving the piece of paper around. No, I haven't seen that picture yet, but based on your waving, I will assume that it portrays an agent of Satan. Mr. Chortle, call your next witness.
The craftsman seems equally upset at the fact that he's blatantly ignored. Oh, this? Bit of a project me and some other inventors are working on. Ooh, what is it supposed to do? Pressing enter.
It's a bomb.
Oh, we're not sure yet, but it does this. He turns the dial on the machine and it makes a loud ah sound. It screams.
Oh, no.
So the sack with bombs in it screams.
Let it go. Keep going. Keep going.
Hit enter. It yells. Well then, our cross-examination is at an end. Thank you, almighty trumpeter of the whatever that is.
Dark Dickerly says, "Hey, Summy, if you leave now, I bet they'll be so distracted they'll never find you." He rips out the wire and the machine's purple glow goes dark. On the halls, you hear a yell. They've stopped the purple clock! Time is frozen. What happened? Dark breathlessly asked. You turned your head up to the demon. I think we won. It's only now that you notice it's not just demons watching you now. Wait, what? Father Time comes forth and lifts all your chins up at once. He sits behind you and gently pulls your head back to expose your throat. Oh no!
Oh God!
No! Cries out the craftsman as he is escorted out the courtroom and changed. You're a good person, Dark says suddenly, startling you. Thank you. Sigh. It's my job. Father Time then.
I knew it was gonna do that.
Why does this open your throat? Your life drains in an instant.
Damn. Did we all die?
He sliced all of our throats. It said that he lifted all of our chins up. He did that to all of us. Brown and red. The jury is colors.
It's a draw.
There's only two. There's only two in the jury.
The lawyer says he's not guilty.
There's no fucking time.
Everyone turns to the direction of the voice. The defense table is empty, save for a stack of legal documents on the floor. One word is written on them. In crab. Brown yells out.
Jonathan says we gotta prove Summy's innocence before we bleed out. You immediately cast your eyes to the left and see that the window has been shattered and demons are filing into the room.
Are red and brown ogres?
Red and brown are the
if they're
two ogres that live in hell in Dragon Ball.
That's what I was gonna say. This is very much like a Dragon Ball afterlife if they're ogres.
Yeah. We gotta prove that Summy's innocent before we bleed out, you declare. Everyone grab a legal document and start reading. I knew I should have taken more notes in law school, Red says. You got anything, Dark
I'm
asks.
changing that to Red is the jury. I'm just changing that really quick. We have you surrounded. Your base will fall. You can't hope to win. You'll all be okay. Kairos shouts. You don't need to finish that. The demons continue to laugh their annoying laugh. What is Kairos?
The hero of Dressrosa.
This dude's from One Piece.
Right, hold on.
Oh, we won though. I told
No,
Tony
it's
to go
ruled
hide,
out.
and it worked. He's
Well done, man. Kairos. Hooray! Everyone in the room except for the 8 intrepid adventurers and Kairos and Simra shouts. The 4 defense lawyers bleed out.
I'm fucking in love with Father Time lifting all 4 of our chins up and just dragging a knife across all 4 of us.
Oh man,
We did win. We did it. We
we
proved
won.
Summy's
but
innocence.
At what?
We've won.
We won, but at what price?
Our lives.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to take a break.